Welcome to the T-Bog Show. Every Saturday morning, give 2 hours of your watching and listening pleasure, the business of go-go, where we talk about sound business principles it can be applicable in entertainment industry, go-go, comedy, and so forth, whatever. So today's discussion, we'll be talking about how to manage money in business and the importance of doing so to be able to get what you want. Without further ado, we're going to introduce you to the usual suspects. And right here, who was a suspect amongst many, we got my man Big Mac. How you doing, sir? Welcome.
Hey.
Welcome back.
How are you, sir? It's your guy Big Mac, and I just want to tell y'all, be looking out for my show each and every Thursday. It's called Return of the Mac Show.
That's what's up. And then now we have the beautiful Queen C Styles in the building.
Hey.
How are you doing today, Queen?
I'm great. How y'all doing? How everybody doing? Good. We have a live studio audience. I hope everybody doing good. So I'm here today with you guys, just enjoying myself. I am the one and only C Styles, the first lady of the business of go-go.
All right. Now we got the one and only, the musician extraordinaire, lead mic extraordinaire, Fontaine in the building. Great morning, Soldier. How you doing today?
Man, I'm doing good, man. I'm blessed by the blessed, man. I ain't gonna leave the rest to him, man. I ain't gonna stress. But it's your boy Fontaine, man. Appreciate y'all coming out here. I love the audience out here, man. Don't forget to shout out to Pluto. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you got the lady in the building. I'm just gonna say the lady. Cause we gonna interview her and let her tell the rest. But shout out to Hannibal, the T-Bar Show, C Styles, Big Mac. We got Chris right here. Hey, Chris, what's going on with you, man?
What's going on? It's comedian extraordinaire Corey Chris, and always glad to be a part of the T-Bob's Morning Show. Y'all can follow me on my social media platforms, Corey Chris Comedy, and I also got my own comedy room at Tacoma Station Tavern every first and second Thursdays. Doors open up at 7:30. I'll be having some of the hottest comics in the D.C. area that comes out and show me love and blaze my stage. So y'all come on now. And right now, it's free, y'all. So y'all come out, tell a friend.
All right, that's what's up. Thank you so much. Without this team, this show wouldn't be possible. But more importantly, I want to again give a round of applause to you guys in the studio audience. Thank you for coming out. And what we're going to do, thank you. We don't need the sound effects for applause because we actually got an audience. I thank y'all so much. So what we're going to do, normally what we do for the sake of time and the people in the building, after we do our moment of silence, we always like to honor those that we have lost in the past. We all know we have to take that journey that we will lose moving forward just to pay our honor and respect. So after we do that, we're gonna come back and we have a segment in which we allow the audience as business owners or creatives to get an opportunity, sort of like in church, right? Where you stand up as a visitor and you share to the viewers about what it is you do, how they can locate you. Because again, if this is the business of go-go, we wanna promote strong Black businesses. So I wanna thank y'all so much again. Stay tuned for a lot of great things. This show is brought to you by Rig TV, Rooted in Grass Television. So without further ado, as I always say, wherever you're at, stand still, remember your lost loved ones, and just be quiet. All right. Thank y'all so much. Welcome back. So what we're gonna do, I believe the brother has stuck his hand up. We're gonna go ahead and go to the audience. If you could pass the mic to the gentleman behind you. If you wanna come on up, you can come on up. I'm not gonna be like the pastor, but 2 minutes or less, but we're not gonna yank you. So wanna thank you, so go ahead and jump on in. This is the networking segment of the T-Bog Show.
Yo, what it is, what it ain't. Pluto Webster, comedian, stand-up comedian. I've been doing comedy for about 7 years now. Looking to get into some motivational speaking, doing public works for the comedy. I'm from the DMV area, currently live in Charlotte, North Carolina, but will be coming back here next year. And basically, I'm hooked up with Corey Chris, a 20-year partner of mine, you know what I'm saying? He's doing a lot of comedy out here, and I'm just coming out and trying to get these people to enjoy, looking at the lifestyle of a comedian. So you can follow me on Facebook at Pluto Webster. You can also follow me on TikTok at Forever Webster on TikTok. And just going to keep this comedy going. Any questions?
Yeah, I have a question for you, man. So Pluto, man, first thing I like to say, man, appreciate you for coming out, man.
Absolutely.
And being a part of live studio audience. One thing I gotta say, can you tell me the difference between the venues if you playing like Charlotte and you play a venue, say like a Silver Spring? Can you tell me the difference between the audience and how they perceive you?
Well, I mean, the audience perceives me like I don't tell I'm not a punchline comedian. Like I write about my life, and a lot of struggles that I've been through in my life, and it's therapeutic for me. So I basically tell basic stories that the everyday man and women go through, but
Look straight ahead.
oh, I apologize. Everyday stories that the men and women go through, and I just
yourself.
amplify the details and just make it funny for the audience to enjoy or to relate to. So if I'm at a venue, I pretty much, like I said, I talk a lot of, we can't produce profanity on here, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I talk a lot of shit about my family, my father, how I was raised, how I was brought up, and my struggles and things that I've done in life, my failures, my triumphs, all of that, and I just amplify the details and just be as charismatic and I play a character, to just convey a message of comedy and hope for those that's coming out to enjoy.
Okay. How long are you gonna be in town?
I'm gonna be in town until Tuesday,
Okay.
but I'll be coming back and forth, until I make the final transition.
Okay, so what would you say make your comedy different from the other comedians that you have worked with?
What makes my comedy different is it's real. Like a stand-up comedian's job is to amplify the details, but like all my shit is real. Like I don't fabricate none of the shit in my.
I got a question.
And it's I feel like God has. I was born and bred for this because the situations that I've been in, you can't really write this shit.
I got a question.
Go ahead.
Speaking of writing jokes, right?
Uh-huh.
The joke that you did Thursday night, right? It sounded real familiar though, but what do you do when you have a joke that you heard somebody else say, but you kind of say it's similar, but you had the same thought pattern? How do you go about that when that happens?
Well,
I'm curious though. How do you go about that?
How do I go about it? I mean, you have to revamp it. I mean, with the situation where he talking about is, me and him had a personal conversation because Corey like my brother, so you know what I'm saying. He was sharing some shit with me, and I thought it was funny. So yeah, I stole the shit and performed it on stage, and it was a hit. So it's my joke now, nigga.
Watch that camera.
Well, he answered the question. He answered my question.
You just gotta roll with the shit. You know what I mean?
So you say you were fine with stealing somebody else's material?
Nah, I'm
Get
fine
him
with
back,
taking
get him
Corey's
back.
shit because you know what I'm saying. Because I ushered him into this craft. That, you know what I mean. But I don't. We don't practice on stealing people material and shit like that. It was just a personal conversation that we had. What camera?
Right
Okay.
there in front, the one she's at.
Okay, the one you all right.
That one right
Because
there.
you keep moving over.
That one right there.
Stay right
All
there.
right, okay, all right.
He
My
look like
bad,
he
my
about to
bad.
do a
good,
line
you good.
dance.
You know what I'm saying? I'm up here with Tabitha Smiley and shit. You know, this motherfucker.
Wow, that's what I
Motherfucking
am.
hat on and
Wow.
shit. Goddamn, got
Wow.
Rent Center furniture here like I'm
There
on
you go.
TV One and
Perfect
shit, man.
sense.
You know what I'm saying?
There you go. Perfect. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
That is that
That one
camera.
right there. Stay right there. Look
got
right
you, I
there.
got
That
you.
camera. Look at that camera. Yeah.
That's what's up. Any other questions?
Hey, Pluto, let me get you right. Hey, so Pluto,
Yeah.
let me ask you this though.
Uh-huh.
So, can you let us know about your upcoming events? What you doing right now? You got anything coming up soon for us? Cause you seem like you got a lot of charismatic with you. You kind of like.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm working on I just did a show with Corey Thursday night, and I've been, like I said, been doing comedy for 7 years, and I'm changing a lot of things. I'm getting ready to go into motivational speaking, but I'm always going to use comedy as a foundation to convey my message. So I'm doing one last show where the last time I'll be using profanity on stage, and it's going to be towards the end of this year. It's going to be called Pluto Webster as himself, my last time. And I'm going to let y'all know, the dates will be I ain't got no current date right now, but it's going, like I said, it's going to be towards the end of this year. But I'm definitely going to let Corey know. Y'all going to be tuned into what I got going on. So,
How can we
and
follow
Lady
you?
Nicole, huh?
How can we follow
You can follow me on TikTok at Forever Webster, and you can follow me on Facebook at Pluto Webster.
All right, all right. All right, well, thank you, Pluto. The next person coming up, also, Pluto, what we would like to do is you considering your show to be on Rig TV, Rooted in Grass Television.
Absolutely,
So
we
we
can do
definitely
that.
communicate with that. So anyone next would like to come on up to share about their business or their creative arts that they do?
Well, we have the lady in the building.
We got the very funny
Lady Nicole.
Lady Nicole.
Lady Nicole, come on up, Lady Nicole.
Come on up, Lady Nicole.
Thank you, Pluto. Appreciate you so much, man. Coming to the T-Box show. Please tell a friend.
Thanks
We
for
would love
having
to
me.
come down to Charlotte and work with you. And you're a big dude, so you can steal jokes. You'll be all right. Ain't nobody gonna say too much to you. You got it. You can have a joke. You got it. Thank you so much. Lady Nicole, welcome to the stage. Southeast Queen, come on up. Thank you so much, Queen. Thank you. You
How y'all
already know,
doing
looking to the
today?
camera in the
What's going
corner.
on?
She know.
I'm doing fine. It's nice to be here. I thank you so much for inviting me. I think this is a wonderful platform for the DMV. I don't know if we including Virginia, but. So I'm a comedian, been a comedian. I'm a female comedian, so it's COMIEDENNE. And the reason I make sure y'all know it's comedian lady that way is because I'm a Me Too comic. So I really, really look forward to making women feel good all over the country. We have to take so much and do so much. And so I would love to make smiles and laughter and places for women to de-stress. I'm cool. I always hang out with the men. I'm a smoker, so I'm always with the dudes. But intentional laughter is what I do. I'm also a laugh therapist, and I also am looking forward to bringing back our podcast with me and my son. It's called The Comedy Couch, so I'm looking forward to doing that with my eldest child. I'm a comedian, but he's a roaster, so I try to keep that separate. I know what Chris is about to ask me. So Thursday night, I did have to do a little roast, but I was triggered. I was triggered. It wasn't on purpose. So I love what I do. My day job is I case manage unhoused youth ages 18 to 24. So on the normal, I'm about giving. That's my love language. I love to give smiles. I love for people to feel hopeful. I love for you to feel beautiful about yourself. We are all individuals. We are all made different. And we all have something that we all can share and do. I can never be a crackhead, but I love that crackhead for doing the crack. See, they can do it well. I can't do these other drugs. I just can't, okay? So we have to learn to appreciate. I can't be a hoe neither. I can't be a hoe. But see, we just don't give hoes enough respect here. They have to do things. The men don't even have to take showers sometimes. So if you a hoe out there and you want a madam, I'm your girl. You call me for that too. So I just thank you again for welcoming me on the show. It's glad to kick it back with Hannibal. I did not know this was his platform, so it's good to be able to see that and hanging out with Big Mac, my queen, C. But what are they supposed to call you?
C Styles.
Oh, C Styles. But see,
Who
I
you
call
supposed
everybody
to call you?
queen. So she probably didn't even bother,
Right.
since I call her a
Queen,
queen.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Queen C.
And I'm just meeting the head of this show. Are you the lead, Mike?
Hannibal.
No. Oh.
You talking to me?
Oh, is he the lead on the team?
He the
No.
lead
Thought
of
I
New
heard
Styles.
He's
y'all
one of the
say-
usual suspects.
Nah, he is in the go-go
Okay,
band, New
okay.
Styles and Friends, but we're all lead mics here.
Okay, okay, yes, sir, yes, sir.
I be doing a lot in the bands or whatever I go, but
Okay.
it's definitely good to meet you. But you know what? You had me for all the statements that you said. Everything was great. The reception was ambiance, the best that I've seen. But let me ask you this though. Let me get serious with you real quick. Hey y'all, this is what I do. This is all the time. Don't forget this is T-Box show, Rig TV. Don't forget this is the UBR broadcast. So we definitely moving forward. Hannah, we already got your shout out. So let me get back to you.
Yes, sir.
You gotta make everybody smile.
Everybody, no.
So hold on. Don't emphasize just the women. Emphasize your whole community.
Yes,
Because
sir.
that's what we trying to do. That's why I love what Pluto said. He said, you know what? Even if it makes him feel better to say he gonna stop cursing and
Yeah.
be a more motivated speaker, that's what we need. And for what you doing, we need the same thing. But we need for you to understand you're not by yourself. Tell us your, hold on. We gonna tell our story together. It ain't about I, it ain't about me, it's about we.
It is about we.
And let me get back on the playing tip right quick. Hey, Southside in the building. We already know.
That's right.
What we gonna do. Hey, and tell these people, you know, what's your upcoming shows? Hey, Chris, we gotta give you a thanks, man. Bring her out. Y'all don't forget to check, man, Chris and the comedians out, Chris and Friends for the conversation. I don't know what day it is, but I can
It's on Thursdays.
because I'm tired of hearing about, I'm tired of everybody laughing and joking around me, telling me, hey man, you ain't come, that's your fault. So
That's right.
Yeah, you gotta come.
First, second, and third Thursdays.
No, it's first and second, but because we got 5 weeks this month,
Okay.
I'm doing the 5th Thursday last month as well.
Which
So-
Chris is doing with me, and I'm glad we talked about that. Look how Fontaine be on his job.
Look at God.
I would love to see all of y'all. We already did the first and second. But you, like he said, Chris said, it's 5 for August. So the last show in August will be a fundraiser for H.D. Woodson class of 2025. I am an alumni. I am a parent. And I actively am involved in my senior's life. And the reason I wanted to do this comedy show for her is because she showed up and showed out at Woodson, knowing that her mother went there. She will be valedictorian. She is the football manager. She is the center for their basketball and flag football team. She also did a $20 per hour internship this summer instead of just the normal Marionberry summer jobs.
Shout out to Mary
She
Brand.
got scholarships from UPO and already has so many colleges reaching out to her that after COVID, these classes really are not celebrating themselves. And so hopefully this will be the first class that has come out since COVID that get to go on a trip and get to enjoy their life and say goodbye to one life and go on to their next step. So we hoping that on the 29th, I hope to see all of y'all that's in the audience, plus the people I can't see watching this. I hope to see all of y'all. I'm going to know who saw and viewed this because I'm going to go look.
Like the government.
Yes.
So now I have a
Tickets
question.
will be $30, $20 of the proceed of every ticket will go to the class of H.D. Woodson. $10 of that are going to go to the people that set us up for that. That includes Mr. Chris giving us that platform and to the production team at Tacoma Tavern. So that is the only show that I'm working on. If you want to catch me, I'll be with my homeboy Chris every Thursday for the fall and winter season. So if y'all want to catch funny, you need a day out, you need to just laugh, intentionally laugh, and not at yourselves. We don't do that. We don't talk about people unless they ask for it, right, Chris?
Definitely, and she's the one that will give it to your ass.
So come up there correct, because it's about good times, like Mr. Fonte said. Even though I'm mostly about Me Too and making our women feel good about themselves, I always got a couple of jokes for my homeboys. But like I said, I'm always with my homeboys because that's who I hang out with. I just love dick. That's it, okay?
All right.
So I'm Lady Nicole, and that's my time. I thank you so much.
So we can safely say you are a graduate of H.D. Woodson.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Thank you.
Where
Thank
you
you.
go,
Thank you.
dumb bill?
No, obviously not.
Animal costume.
Southside.
Animal costume.
Don't you
Ball
forget?
out, East
Nah,
Side
Big
High.
Bad Baloo.
Dumbbell.
Big
Spin out.
Bad Baloo.
Ball out.
Big Bad Baloo.
Ball
Don't you
out.
ever forget that. That's right. I'm a
And
knight till I die.
I'm going to give it back to the infamous team here. I thank you so much again for having me. Please, everybody, kings
And
and,
let everybody
queens,
know where
please
they can
enjoy
find
your
you
weekend.
again.
She just
Oh,
sold
you
us.
can find me on Instagram at Comedian Lady. Thank you again.
Oh,
That's what's
okay.
up.
All
Thank you so
right.
much. Thank you so much. If anybody else would like to come up to talk about their business of creativity, if not, we're gonna go to a quick break and then we're gonna come in and start discussing the topic money management. Anyone else like to come up? Tone, come on up here. Bartender,
right.
you making the drinks. Real
Telling us
quick.
about them drinks you killing everybody with.
And this bartender's gonna be here, so everybody that's looking, all the people in the audience, let me talk a little early. Everybody that's looking,
And look at the
everybody that's
camera
in the
right there
audience,
by the
make sure
stage.
y'all know.
Right there.
Right there, that camera, right
No,
there. Yes,
right in the
ma'am.
back, the one in the back.
Not that one, that one right there, by Fontaine camera.
Okay.
Who Fontaine?
Welcome to Nate.
That camera right there.
Over here?
Yes,
Okay.
please.
No.
Don't listen to him.
Don't listen to Mac. That one right there
I'm
to the back.
gonna just look around.
There you go.
Hey y'all.
Lord Jesus.
I like microphones.
Oh,
So I am the house bartender officially. I'll be here with these guys and ladies every Saturday for their podcast. My name is Drinking with Tony. I'm a mobile bartender. I've been doing it for 7 years. I just like to make people feel good. So that's why I'm here, to make y'all feel good so y'all can enjoy these labs with a little liquid courage. I do pop-up shops. I curate pop-up shops. I do a lot of events in the DMV area. I do trap and paints. I do game nights, all kinds of things. I'm literally everywhere trying to get the black community out and to socialize and to gather without drama or nonsense. Drinks are always involved. That's all I got, for real.
All right.
we can reach you. Where can we reach you? 202.
So my Instagram is Drinking with Tony. It's spelled all the way out, and I'm a Tony with an I, Toni. So it's Drinking, DRINKING, WITHTONI. And that's on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all of that.
And your number is?
You want people to call?
No.
Call you. Yes, call you.
My number to reach me just for booking.
Tony, if they want to get your number, we need them to come here.
Right.
Yeah, you gotta come. It's plenty of couches. It's nice in here.
Yeah.
It's lit in here. It's funny in here. Y'all gotta come to the podcast to get my number and my booking information. But you can also book me on Instagram.
There you go.
Just saying.
And you can contact Mac, because Mac got a number. I'll give you the number.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I'll give you the number.
Well,
put it back
we're going to
behind
go
me.
to a quick break. Anybody that needs to go to the restroom, whatever the case may be, we want to thank y'all for sitting with us. Thank you, Big Rob, for holding down the time. So we'll go a quick break. We'll be right back to the T-Box show. Hold fast, because this discussion right here is going to take us to a whole nother level as it pertains to money. So don't go nowhere. We'll be right back. Thank you. How you I pull if
Who I am is unapologetic.
yeah.
You know?
My thing is
Hey, what's going on,
the
y'all?
apology
How
is
y'all
you
doing?
acknowledging what you're doing is wrong and not doing it.
Oh, I was
Don't
wrong.
do it and then apologize later.
No,
'cause it ain't gonna
I
change
didn't do
a
it
thing.
because of that. I was wrong. But I was just trying to keep from cursing.
So Mac,
Uh-huh.
Mac. So like Hannibal was saying, the acknowledgement, right? So under the etiquette, right? You guys filming yourself with your phones.
Yes.
It can't be obvious to the camera.
Right. I don't
Because if you want the video, you're gonna get the edited version. You put that out.
absolutely. You're right.
Okay. And so we're trying to cut down on the distractions. So all the moving and necessarily, like you end up being a distraction inadvertently.
How?
When you stand up before we go to
Yeah, that
that becomes a distraction, right? Right. So we learned because there's broadcast etiquette that we train for because we trying to go big with this.
I got
So the
you.
bones of the show are phenomenal.
Hey, Tickles.
We're trying to take advantage of that, like, right?
I got you.
So pretty soon you're gonna have to ask C Styles for an autograph. You see?
I will never ask C Styles
You
for an
better.
autograph.
That's because-
Ever.
Now, see, that's because less is more.
Testing.
Won't he do it?
Less is more.
Exactly.
Not
Really?
less more. but
Really?
less is
That's
more.
what we doing now?
That's a firm believer. Less is more. And you heard that. You
Okay.
hear him?
Well, however-
That's manifested. He's gonna be asking for my autograph. You heard that?
However, I'll be like,
Make sure you charge
sign
him
this
for it.
affidavit. And then I'll have
I think he's getting ready for us. So what you need?
y'all listen for the countdown.
Hold on. Fontaine. What Fontaine at?
Yo.
Okay, we about to come back. Tell Fontaine we about to come back.
Yeah.
Check.
You don't say no time.
Wait, have a
He's sitting
seat.
in the car. Somebody gonna go knock at the window.
He said-
Yeah, he had a Chrysler 300 gray one. Yeah,
Is he consuming a burrito? Mm-hmm. Okay.
there he
No,
is.
he right there.
There he
Hold on,
is.
bro.
We can ready to start. We're waiting on you.
Watch your step. C Styles, you need to put a tracking device on him. He talking about he in the Chrysler. He come out the side door. You a bad dude, Fontaine. Welcome back to the T-Box Show. Appreciate again a lot of people. We switched the segment up, in which we have the business owners. We normally do a ladder, but out of respect for time, we allow comedian Lady Nicole as well as Pluto to come up and speak. So we appreciate you for that. So now I got a question for the panel. Is all money good money? Okay, so I have someone in the studio audience, so I'm gonna just throw it out on the table, whoever wants to chime in, as to what's your answer to that question and why? Keeping it, as you already know, as the head, shout out to you, broadcast media, to, yes. So is all money good money?
No.
Not at all.
Okay, go ahead, Chris, start with you first.
I would say all money ain't good money because certain monies may come with certain stipulations. It may be ask you to sell your soul or compromise your integrity for that almighty dollar. And that's where it comes to, for me, where it's all money, not good money. We all definitely want to be able to have the means to support our family and to be able to do the things that we just want to do, but not, for me, not if it comes to the price of my integrity.
Okay, all right, Mac.
Well, I agree with Chris on not wanting to compromise your integrity, first and foremost. So I firmly believe that all money is not good money, mainly because I've actually had non-disclosure agreements done where I've been involved with certain management, and they want you to take their gig no matter what it is, no matter where it is. And I'm not a fan of that because I could be turning down a $1,000 gig for $100 gig. But because I already signed the agreement, I have to take the lesser of the two.
Okay.
And whereas I understand that sometimes there is things that go along with that.
All right. C Styles, Fontaine.
I just wanted to ask Mac a question.
Okay.
What would you consider to be good money?
Well, no, I mean good money being money that, it pays the bills, it covers my work, and it doesn't compromise my work ethic.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not going to be up here in a dress. I'm not going to do no tap dance for nobody because I don't tap dance, and I'm not going to do no shucking and jiving. So honestly, if it compromise, because I'm a firm believer, if I'm hitting the stage, I gotta have content first and foremost. So if you want me, Matt, go up there and say some things about, about me having a little dick or something like that, then I feel that that's against my belief because now I'm lying to the people out there in the audience. Not saying I have something different, but what I'm saying is
Whoa,
you saw how I did that. Bow.
I love the segue.
There we go.
Okay.
But no, what I'm saying is, I'm not going to come up and hit the stage in a dress. I'm not going to wear a wig. I'm going to tell my jokes the way I see fit. If you like them or you love them, that's the way I look at it.
Okay, all right. What's your thoughts, Fontaine and C Styles, to that question?
Well, when you say all money, is it good money? You heard somebody in the audience just say, yeah, all money is good money.
Okay.
You just heard him bring his analysis and saying what's going on. So let me just make it short and sweet.
Okay.
All money, it depends what it is. It could be good money. So let me just say that. Let me say it one more time for everybody in the back. All money is good money. It depends on what the situation is. Now, Matt, I just heard you making a decision where you said about whatever you going through, how you need to feel about yourself, about the joke you just made. And you was like, if the money don't come towards, if it's $1,000, but I take $100, then I don't want to do it right.
No, I was saying based on the contract.
So right. So you basing something on a contract. So hold on. Let me tell you something. Why are you basing something on a contract that you should already have established for? It's what you love to do.
I think you're missing my point.
No, I'm not misunderstanding. You gotta understand it comes from different views of situations.
No.
Cause she said, okay.
Oh, no, I'm just saying.
You saying what you saying, and I'm saying what everybody wants to hear. She said all money is good money. She don't care about the contract. She's telling you she don't want to hear the blueprint.
That's
She's
her
saying
opinion.
So let me.
I think everybody, what is basically what everyone's saying is starting with your core values on what you believe in.
Thank you.
That's
Okay.
where
That's
it's
what I'm
starting
trying to
from.
say.
So,
Okay.
I'm not going to go into, metaphors and use big words and all that because that's
I'm
not,
not using
I'm
metaphors.
not,
We just want you to.
I'm just saying. That's
Beating it up, but I'm just trying to say this is the simple fact. You
Right.
shouldn't worry about a contract if you already got yourself established to what
Only
you
way
want
you
to do.
worry about, to tap in, if you already signed that paper, then you have to worry
Yeah.
about it because
So that's just
it's a binding agreement.
It's every
So,
comic that I
I think
know
what he
that
was saying
works.
is that if you under contract type of management contract, that does limit you, because if whatever they book you ahead of the time, and they because basically when they booking you to work, they getting paid off of booking you to work.
So are y'all considering that to be bad money?
Well, no,
Well, it depends on what you agree to.
No, we'll put it like this: it's like this. If you sign a contract with somebody and whatever the terms of agreement, I mean, you have to honor that agreement because you made it. But before you make an agreement, you need to have
What your principles are.
Right. It has
Like
somebody
Fontaine
that has a little bit more experience, whether a manager or a lawyer, to advise the contract before you sign something like that. Because once you sign something like that, you kind of putting your destiny, faith in someone's hands. And that's what management is really, what I'm saying? They're there to try to build you up, but as they building you up, they're getting something from building you up. That's the name of the game. So
Right. So this is the reason I want to kind of do a step process. So I believe, for the most part, I used to say all money is not good money. But then when you look at certain situations that people encounter, right, without money, how could they do the things they need to do? So we get it as entertainers. Shout out to Fontaine. Also, before I go further, I want to shout out to Black, a Level Up Man. That's our co-host also. He's here in spirit. But as entertainers, I get the whole point about not compromising your core values. But entertainers, just like common folk, do have bills to pay, right? They have kids, they have college and bills to pay. So it's my belief that money in of itself is good. It serves a purpose. It's the situations around the money. And a lot of times we don't compromise ourselves for the money, but when we get the money, we don't manage it properly. So what's the difference?
I got something for you right here. Now I'm gonna break it down to what everybody's saying. All money is good money, depends on the situation, like you said. So we gotta understand, majority of things we love in life is priceless. It's priceless.
So there's no cost associated with it.
It's no cost. So if we sign a bad contract or we do something that we figure is a wrong term, but in our head and the perception of the way they presented it to me is great for what I want to do, we gonna take a bad contract. We gonna take a lot of bad things in life for just because we love something.
Okay.
We gonna sacrifice.
Okay.
But we gotta understand this shouldn't be the main focus of taking care of you.
Okay.
So when all money is good money, it depends on the situation of you being an adult for yourself. Because if you depend on that money to strive for you in life, you're gonna lose. Because majority of the time, the things you love in life is priceless.
Right. Okay. So stay right there. So I always talk about multiple streams of income. So whether you are an individual or a business, you should identify the different streams of income that you need to have in, because at that point, then where somebody presents a compromising situation in which you know you need money, you might not put that dress on, or you may not say the things that they may want you to say, because if I got other streams of income coming in, then I can walk away. It ain't saying that the money was bad, it was the situation. But a lot of people don't put themselves in a position because they don't manage their money or streams to come in. And it's important, I'm gonna pass it back to the panel, my other co-hosts, because y'all are entertainers, and a lot of times I hear that. That's one of the things about go-go. They said go-go didn't compromise themselves in the 80s, right? When New York came down and said, we want go-go. And that's one of the things that they always say about go-go. However, when I look at go-go, when it terms to business-wise, we're not further along than generally what we could be because of, I believe, the mismanagement of money. And so for y'all being the artists, from the comedians to the band members, how do you ensure that if you turn down money, you have an alternative as opposed to turning down the money knowing when you go back that you can't pay your next month's rent?
Well, a wise person once told me, never let them jokes fuck with the church's money. So if I got to pay bills, I pay bills. So I have a job and I maintain my bills with that. So I look at comedy as more a love of the art. So if I make money off of that, I take that money and flip it back into comedy. But I got a regular source of income, and I take that source of income, that's how I pay my bills with. And that's how I survive with. But I take comedy money and put it right back into comedy. That's how I do it. And I don't that might not work for everyone. But hopefully at some point as an entertainer,
I agree.
you develop a discipline like that,
and it has
so
to
you
be
can
a
maintain.
line between this is a hobby and this is real life. Because I think a lot of people get that confused.
Right. I mean, because I'm a big fan. I always ask Hannibal.
Well, that's how you can tell someone's work ethic, because people put, like, even though I'm gonna say 85% of the things I'm doing is not. It's not monetary rewards at the moment, but you still have to treat it as if it's a monetary reward coming, because your whole goal is to build this comedy thing that I'm trying to build to where it will be monetary. So you still have to be respectful, be on time as if you're getting paid a set salary or set fee. You know, it's all a professionalism, because it all hands in hand.
Right.
You know, you have to be the professional, you have to have the product. For somebody, even today's time, for somebody even to, people now are not trying to get anything from the ground up. They're trying to basically come in what you already set and establish yourself and try to add on to it.
But see what Max
everybody want to be famous, but don't nobody want to put the work in.
Yeah, but you still have to be realistic with yourself. to know this is not gonna pay my bills.
Definitely. You still have to have something to bring your money in.
Right.
That's true.
But you got to understand, if you have a talent at something, it becomes marketable. So your goal is to put your product out there, just like in the streets.
Right, you have to feel like you already have made
Right. I got a marketable product. I put it in the streets. And by me giving them testers, then I get you hooked. And then next thing you know,
Not going to jail.
exactly, I'm not going to jail, but I got somebody hooked. And they want this comedy
Right.
that I'm feeding as my crack. This is my crack now.
Right. So we got a question. We got a question from the audience for Mac. So Mac,
Now, hold on. Let me ask a question from the audience.
yes.
Question for you, Mac. So you're under contract. You got a $5 million contract. You're 3 years into it. You've purchased a house for your mother, your kids. You got the cars. You're living well. And they come to you and they say, for the next routine, we want you to wear a dress. And if you don't wear the dress, we're going to sue you for $20 million and take everything back. What would you do?
Well, first of all, if it's in the if I've already signed a contract, if it wasn't established in the contract, there you go.
No, it's in the contract.
It's in the contract about wearing a dress, and I didn't read that. I blame me for that. So apparently, I might probably have to put that dress on because I took the money already.
Right. So that's.
But I don't plan to take the money if I see put a dress
Well,
on.
the thing with the
It depends on how much they talk about.
No, but Mac, but Mac,
I went with the back out.
But Mac, the point is that if the contract says you have to you have to play the role, and you got to participate in whatever role they give you, and you sign that, so you don't realize that at some point they're gonna ask you to put on a dress. So you're 3 years into the contract, you got the cars, you still owe the mortgage, you bought your mother a house, and they say wear a dress. So when you say that you're not gonna wear a dress, now if you factor in this scenario, what would you do?
So I can't wear a pantsuit or nothing, huh? I gotta wear a dress.
That's what it says. Yeah.
I would have actually tried to read the contract long before you can get to that.
I mean, you gotta answer the question though.
But again, he said that I signed the contract already,
Yeah.
and then they're saying that the contract stipulated I gotta wear the dress.
He said it says you
And
gotta
I took
do
the money.
anything. He said you got to do anything, pretty much that they ask you. Is that correct?
Yeah, so that's correct. So anything they ask you to do within the realm of what's legal. So if they say wear a dress like Martin and the rest of them, your initial answer was you're not wearing a dress. So if you factor in this scenario, what would you do?
What you do, Matt?
Well, I guess I had to wear a dress if I took the money already.
See, and that's what I was saying about the situation.
That don't mean it's good money.
But I have a different interpretation about
Okay, go
that
ahead,
because,
Chris.
well, I hear comedians say this all the time about wearing dresses and all this. I'm me personally, right? I don't look at it, I'm losing my manhood. I'm going by the art, like the character. If the character, if I'm playing a woman,
Okay.
or I'm having to dig in my bag, and that's what the role requires. I don't see anything wrong with it. I think people are so small-minded. I mean, I don't feel no way with Martin when he wore his dress. That's what he needed to do to bring out the character of what he was trying to do. I just think people just too homophobic, just too.
I agree with you,
Art is
Corey.
art, and if whatever I'm doing, and if it requires me to wear a dress, I'm gonna wear that dress, and I'm gonna bring that character out the best way I possibly can. It's about the art. All that other crazy stuff, and you doing this or you doing that. I don't believe in none of that. It's strictly the art. Whatever that I need to do to bring out the character, I'm not worried about what nobody else is thinking. I'm gonna do what I need to do to bring out the character.
So no, real quick. So with that, in what scenario for you, Corey, would you say you would not take the money? Because for the most part, and I agree with you, because if we go all the way back to ancient Kemet and when there were robes, shout out to Denzel because he talked about who made those robes that you see, but tunics and all of those, when you look at it, it's just covering, right? So most comics and entertainers say, I won't put that dress on. So for you, if you're saying you would, based on the creativity and the art, what is it or what scenario will make you say, no, I'm not going to do that. Anything outside of like murder or something like that.
Let's say if it was I'll put it like this. Let's say if they was asking
Yeah, I
me,
would like to speak.
and I don't have anything against any of the alphabet community, but let's say if it was a situation I was playing a homosexual, I'll be honest, I may not feel comfortable with that because that's not my realm. You know what I mean? That's not
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I have nothing against any of it. And I've worked with coworkers who are, homosexual, whatever, and I treat them just as, you know what I'm saying, who you sleep, what you do with your personal life is your personal business. But certain things you do have a living, like I don't want to play that character because that's not me. But let's say I have something that I've been working on where I trying to emulate stories like I have my grandma growing up used to tell me a lot of stories were funny. So if I get in that bag and want to do the character, I may put on a house coat or put on a bonnet like to emulate how my grandma was when she was telling the story. Not necessarily me trying to take away from the LBG or trying to be something that I'm not. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say with dealing with certain things, you know what I'm saying, it may be fitted for me to wear a certain outfit, whatever. It's just art to me. I don't take it to the extreme as other people do. And I'm not afraid to go about it. Anybody that see my comment, I'm not afraid to do much of anything.
Well, again, I just want to I use that as an example, but I really don't want to say anything that compromises my integrity. See, I don't have an issue with playing a female, but I mean, that was just an example that I was using. I don't have a problem with that. What I'm saying is, if it's for my artistic goal, and if I have an accomplishment that, and it's artistic, but I'm not a big fan of buffoonery.
Right.
So that would be my thing. I have a problem with doing that.
So
Shucking and jiving is my issue.
So let me say this one thing. It goes back to what Hannibal said. It's all money, good money. Y'all danced. Hold on. Y'all danced around the question the whole time. You sign contracts, don't read them all.
No, I didn't say
that.
that.
For a different temperament. So he's steady asking you the same questions. All money, good money. Y'all are doing a sacrifice for a hobby, something that y'all love. So this is what he's talking about. Why don't y'all have a business to back it up so y'all can make decisions where if that contract come up in 3 years, to say you have to wear that dress, be like, oh no, I'm all right. My family don't have to get that.
I agree with you.
My family don't have to get that because I don't already been here this avenue to have my own thing where I'm doing this to promote myself. This is what he's saying. This is what he's asking, and literally, this is why we had the T-Box show. We had to find a way to get our own business. We had to find a way to make our family eat without doing what we love to do for the sacrifice, because we're going to have to make sacrifices. You're going to have to make that sacrifice and wear that dress and have your family see you in a whole different atmosphere. You're going to have to make the sacrifice to do this, and now your little cousins, them look at you like, but you was a comedian, now you got to do this, cuz, hold on. So this is what he is saying.
Well,
hold on.
Okay.
Relax.
No. I just thought you were going over your 30 seconds.
We're gonna throw it back to Hannibal C Styles. This is what he's saying. He's saying all money is good money. It goes back to what she's saying. Yeah. You know why she's saying yeah? Because if Drake and Tony come to a show and she be like, you know what? They ain't messing with me like that. They ain't tip me like that. I don't have to worry about that show. I don't need it. So all money is good money to her, but if it ain't good to her, guess what she gonna do? I don't need that. I'm gonna go somewhere else.
And it's really a lot of people misconstrue. They say time is money, money is time. You can't get time back. You can get money back. So her, like you said, Fontaine, her thing would be this time is not good time to spend. Cause the money I could go buy, she could get one drink at $6 a drink, right? And I'm the person, she not knowing who I am, because I've been at pop-ups where I've sat there for 3, 4, 5 hours and maybe sold one hat. But the relationship I build with the person that buys the hat justifies the time I spent for the money I got. So now I feel, because see, people don't realize money comes in different forms.
Amen.
An experience can equate to money. So therefore is the experience money. Okay? And I know I can't pay my bills with the experience, but in the same token, if I'm not putting myself in a position, how can I ever possibly get money? So now what I want to do is I'm going to give it to you, Fontaine, in this sense.
I had a question.
We know about comedians, hold that thought, Matt. We know about comedians, a lot of them, we've seen Martin, Flip Wilson, Richard Pryor, throughout history, that have put on a dress or been compromised. But how does it look for an entertainer, go-go, lead talker? Like, what scenario for you would make you say, pause, hold on? Because really, yeah, let me just say that. So what scenario for you or in your experience as a musician?
Okay, guys, 1 second. So,
Yeah.
He's going in and out. You're gone.
What would you do?
I honestly would be like, yeah, we need to incorporate a stunt double for the makeout scenes, you know. Especially if they don't fool back in them old Empire makeout scenes, but we need a stunt double.
So let me ask you this, for the studio question. That is great. That's a good question.
Well, I get what you're saying though, but before that contract would have been signed, I would have had someone going over every detail, so that the homosexualness would have came up at some point in the negotiations.
Well, even prior to that, before you even sign the contract, you do get to read the script. Right. And when you do read the script, you actually read your script, and you know if you have a nude scene or yeah, we can't hear you, Denzel.
Hold on a second.
There you go.
Okay.
You're gone.
Okay, what I'm saying to you guys is that he signed, and that's.
And you saying they add a scene?
Yeah,
they added a scene. I'm not doing it because it wasn't an original scene. No, I'm not doing that.
Okay, so you guys
stunt
think that,
double.
You guys think that you have governance over contracts because in the contract it's going to say that if we add a scene, right? Because contracts are 100 pages and more. Hannibal is an expert in that. So in the contract, it's going to be ambiguous. It's not going to be clear. They're going to say, if we add a scene, you are contractually obligated to.
And well, I would just have to let them know I'm uncomfortable with that. We better get a stunt double for the.
Just don't cash the check, I tell you.
But so
don't cash the check. Give
so
it right
to
back.
piggyback off of Denzel's question, but also to overstand in entertainment, we know perception is reality. So even with a stunt double, to what everybody that's watching it, they think it's you. And so the perception when you walk to, as Fontaine said, you go to your family event.
That ain't me.
And they say, hey, they don't know about no stunt double.
That
what
ain't
they
me.
Say is, hey, Corey, man, you did that homosexual scene.
That ain't me.
And you gonna be like, oh, it was a stunt double. They gonna be like, whatever. So how do you?
That was Byron the extra.
So
that
with
ain't me.
Denzel, so what the studio question is basically saying is, going back to the whole money in the contract is, can you, and what Fontaine said, can you walk away from the stream of money that's associated with that contract based off of your principles in the moment?
Not to mention that you're going to be sued for double the amount of the contract.
Right.
Yeah, because I can say a sue is way more.
You're contractually obligated to fulfill that contract.
Well, now I'm glad y'all gave me.
Yeah.
No, there's a consequence for that.
That's right. Every action is a consequence.
Anytime I get any acting, that will be on the table first and foremost.
On purpose, exactly.
Have a definition of this is what's going to happen, and I can say no to it before we sign it.
Yep.
Once you sign that contract, by court of law, you are legally
What's up,
obligated
Ginger?
to fulfill it, no matter how you feel. It's like going in the military. I want to go in there and get some school money, and that's it. No, we're going to send you over to fucking Iraq and have somebody blow somebody's head off, and you
Yeah.
think about it for the rest of your life. I can't say no.
Right.
Like, I'm not-
Right, because you already signed up for it.
I'm going to try to go to fucking Leavenworth.
Yeah.
So you got to understand, contracts are different than your
Right.
Be able to go into that. You see, that's what the guy in the back is trying to ask. And
Right.
he's going with what Fonte's saying. Not all money is good money. Everybody has a boundary, but at the same token, we got obligations and things we're gonna take care of.
Boom.
Sometimes those ideals of what we are not going to do are going to fall apart in the real world. And then what do you do as a man or a woman?
Right.
You make the decision to move forward and take that negative money that you think is bloody and fucked up and bury people? Or do you walk away, keep your scruples, keep your moral compass, and be without that money and have to figure out some other avenue?
Exactly.
And so what I would say, that's so powerful. Thank you. That's Big Rob, man.
That's a great answer.
That's a great answer.
Great
Now what I'm gonna say with this, right? This is the importance about money and the reason why I chose this discussion point, right? Because every business, and so I look at you artists as businesses, I look at us as individuals as businesses, even out this our home, right? We overstand what our operating costs are, okay? So how that looks for a comedian is probably I need gas to get to the event, right? I need money for the food that I'm going to get, because if I don't get comped, right? Y'all know up and coming comics, you might not be able to get what they call it, a rider to a contract. So you got to pay for that, right? And sometimes you may even have to pay for the room, right? So when you do that, that's your operating cost. Now you're looking at the money you bring in. You may not bring in the money on the surface that looks like you are making a lot, but it's not about you. That's what Max said was so powerful. He doesn't touch his comedian money. So in business, money management is, I don't necessarily have a problem with someone playing a homosexual role. And this is the reason why. If you go into a role and you know who you are and what you're comfortable about, what you're comfortable with, that's why the money is good. Because when I get the money, that don't mean I'm gonna turn homosexual. It means I got the money, now I can do more good, dare I say, with the money I got. So again, the tool of money cannot be determined to be good or bad, because in of itself it's an inanimate object.
Right.
But what you do with the money, not what you do for the money,
Right.
aside from killing somebody or robbing the bank, which is the obvious, is what you do with the money that's either good
Absolutely.
or bad. No, but I think the problem is a lot of people, real quick, we'll go to a break, but I'm gonna pass it to you. The problem with a lot of people in business as well as individual is they don't manage what they do with the money.
Exactly.
And if you don't manage what you do with the money, you can't blame what you did for the money to be like, oh man, it was bad, it was good.
Okay, Hannibal, if I can jump in a second. So
Yes.
the point of the audience question was when Big Mac made that statement, he was making it from what was perceived that he had a position of authority by deciding what he will and will not do. So when you said that you wouldn't wear a dress, Mac, you just entered that to make a point.
Yeah, I was just using it as an example, right?
But so that's why the scenario is like Big Rob just mentioned. When he joined the military, and he said, you know what, I don't believe in killing. So you think because he said that he's not going to go be shipped to Iraq?
Oh, hell no. He got to go.
Right. And so then when you say you're not wearing a dress after you sign the contract, do you think that by you saying that you don't want to wear a dress, that the person who you're obligated to contractually, you think that you wouldn't wear the dress if they're going to sue you for $20 million?
Well, see, what I was basically saying is if I've read the contract and I sign it, that means I've already by
Agreed to
contract
whatever comes from
agreed.
that
Yeah,
contract.
whatever comes with it.
Okay.
But I have to be able to stand 10 toes down with whatever I sign. And that's what I'm saying. But still, every money ain't good money.
No.
And I was no. But
but Big Mac.
the issue that hit the table. I have to get this not off my chest because it
Ain't
touched
nobody
my
taking the mic.
spirit.
Go ahead, not yet.
Okay, I just have to say what I gotta say. What I'm saying is, all money, and I did answer the question. I didn't dance around this issue. So let me say it. No, all money is still not good money. But if I sign that, I do have to stand 10 toes down with whatever I sign as a man and do it. Because my word, if nothing else, is my bond.
I agree with that. You were guy.
Right. So,
And my work ethic is my bond as well. See, certain things I don't really want. Comedy is funny, but I ain't joking about it. And I don't take it lightly. I take
Okay.
it very seriously.
but Mac, so what I'm saying is that those guys that are wearing the
No,
dress,
I ain't bringing it down.
Wait, those guys that are wearing the dress and doing stuff, don't you think that when they signed the contract, they had no idea that they'd have to wear a dress? And so they're not wearing it because they want to. They're wearing it because the contract is worded so it's ambiguous, so you really don't understand.
But I understand that. But let me just take you to a prime
hold on.
example.
Hey, wait, man, hold on a second. So when you sign up for the military, I'm sure nowhere in the contract it says you agree to kill people.
Well, I signed up for the Cub Scouts, and I didn't have to kill nobody. But I look at that as uniform service either way.
No, but I'm saying to you that nowhere in the contract did it say you're going to go to Iraq to kill people, right?
But again, exactly. And see, okay, let me just pose it like this. When David Chappelle, and I called him by his government name, when David Chappelle
Don't we all?
started with, no, they call him Dave. And again, please go on.
nigga,
Please listen, let me finish. But again, when he did the Chappelle show, he did the first season, the second season. Come the third season, they're like, Dave, we need you to wear a dress. I ain't doing that.
But see, but this
He accepted the $50 million. He accepted the lawsuit. But again, he was smart enough to know I got to make this money flip some kind of way. So what he did was he took old shows and sold them to Netflix. And he made 3 times the amount he was sued for, as well as he stood 10 toes down and he did a third season, but he wasn't on it.
But this is the problem I have, with all due respect to David or Dave Chappelle.
Okay.
The problem I have with the scenario as you just explained, there was a lot of people, right? A lot of our ancestors, a lot of people that struggled in March, you know. He did a lot of things that many would say set us back before him saying he's not gonna wear a dress. So if you look at some of the skits and the spoofs he did that may have been funny on the surface, it was not a good depiction that our ancestors that went through certain things would have. So he took the money then, it was good then, but then when it came to him personally, so my biggest thing, especially with comics, entertainers, athletes that get put in the public eye, I believe, maybe I'm wrong, you have a fiduciary responsibility because you're representing a people of a culture, right? So when you look at the Univisions and the Chinese shows, you don't really see, I mean, I don't watch it a lot, a whole lot of buffoonery to get something to depict a negative light. So yeah, you're right, he walked away, didn't wear a dress, but I would dare say there was a lot of things he did that was more damning to us as a people, and they laugh, a lot of people laugh, than just him wearing a dress. So what do you say about that?
Well, I saw the underlying him taking the joke, putting it back on them. Because a lot of those views, just like the black blind guy that wanted to be a Ku Klux Klan member. And I take that one because that was more them than us.
Okay.
And that was him poking fun at a belief of how ignorant they sounded, when in fact now, and just like they had the what was it, the nigga show? We just talked about that.
So how
prior to the show.
Ladies, C-Styles and ladies, how did y'all feel about his Rick James skit? I'm Rick James, bitch.
Classic.
And slap, it's classic. But did it promote domestic violence?
But it was based on a true story.
Degrading, right?
But it was a true story.
But okay, but to put it out there, thank you, Queen. What's your name, sweetheart? It's Roddy. Roddy.
Robbie.
Robbie.
Put some respect on her name.
Robbie, right?
All right.
So she said it was degrading. Okay? Because coming from a queen, regardless of it's a true story or not, do you believe the females that he was, if he was actually doing that, felt good about it?
Yeah,
I don't think no
so
one-
hand
Nobody,
Yeah.
right.
And I don't
no
think he was
one feels
glorifying
good
that
about
part.
But
Yeah,
you might
Hannibal.
not think he glorifying it, but to put it, and I'll send it to you, Denzel, but to put it out there when we laugh, and then the people that have actually been through those things that don't know how to share, right? So you look at it, oh, he didn't wear a dress, man, he showed us he stood 10 toes down. But look at all of the women that saw that and triggered certain things. So he took the money. It was good for him, but he didn't look at principles and integrity overall, only for how it would affect him. And that's one of the problems that entertainers have, because until it hits home, they take the money and they don't care about how it affects. But go ahead, you had something?
Yeah. So, question to Mac and Chris, right? So, when rap first started, right? So they weren't talking about killing each other. So, if you'd have talked to the Ice Cubes and the Snoop Dogs and the NWA, and you said to them, if we give you $50 million, will you create videos about killing other black people? Will you create videos about domestic violence towards women? You think they would have said yeah? They probably would have said no. So the question to you, Mac, is what made those artists promote the violence on video? Though they're also true stories.
But I look at them as being commentators more so.
No,
They were on the pulse
Mac,
of the people at that time.
No, Mac, I'm asking you that, do you think they would have said, we will take the money to glorify violence and black on black
I don't
crime?
think so. I think they spoke based on. Do you think they would have?
At that time, yeah.
I think they spoke about the things that actually went on in their time, and you know, and
Okay, so Chris, here's the question. So, do you think any person would come forward right now and say, in 2030, we're going to make videos about pedophilia? What do you think?
That's coming. That's coming.
I think it is.
I mean, right now they do this. They make money off of it where they have people
No.
set up, and then next thing you know,
No, Chris,
you walk in.
no. I'm asking, like, in open conversation, do you think someone would say today, if they pay me $10 million, I will make a video about promoting pedophilia amongst
Oh no,
little children?
I wouldn't suggest it. No.
Right. So I'm saying to you that in 2030, if they start making videos about pedophilia, something must have happened to make them do it. And so, as an entertainer, once you sign a contract, the contracts are 200 pages and stuff. And so, no one's signing it with the intent to make a movie about or videos about pedophilia. Something happens that forces you to, because you're contractually obligated. And so, if you don't do it, and they say we're going to sue you for $100 million because that's in the contract too, you don't know that they're going to ask you to make videos about pedophilia in 2030.
Let me ask you a question, Denzel. Are you saying that you're playing a role of someone
No, I'm saying
messing with kids, or are you saying
No, I'm saying that no black person would say, I'll play a role in a movie that promotes pedophilia. In conversation.
yeah, they do? Precious.
No.
Yeah, I mean Precious.
That didn't really promote. It was a part of it.
Yeah, I mean, but no, I'm saying though.
No, I'm talking
didn't
about
promote
pedophilia
that,
where
though.
you want to get a
promote her being,
4-year-old child and sodomize children.
I mean, I don't think anybody with an open conscience would even
Right. So
write about that.
Right. So I'm saying that if by 2030 you start seeing these videos about sodomizing children, why do you think people would play that role in 2030? They must be contractually obligated, where they were tricked into signing something where now they have to play that role.
Right, the agency finds that work for them. Like,
So I think with Denzel, just the like the rap things up. I think what Denzel is saying, everyone, like, make sure you read the contract well.
Right.
make sure
because-
you get what you want
Exactly.
out of it, what you agree, what you don't.
Exactly.
And make sure all
Before
that
you end
verbiage
up,
is
before
in
you
there.
sign your life away, because you already, a lot of people say, when you sign a contract, you signing your life away.
Right.
So that's pretty much what he's saying.
Right.
Make
All
sure
you're looking
you
at
read.
is that check that's right there as soon as
Right.
your
There you
Not
go.
the 99
Yeah, so-
pages
so-
that's
And they're going to
in between.
trick you.
Right. So now, to go back to what Fontaine said, and it's powerful what C-Style said, is if we set up, I keep going back to the money management, and I know, thank y'all, audience, for bearing with us, because it's still centered around money management. as Fontaine said, if we create a situation where I can't be compromised because I have money and I'm managing it right, when I get to that contract, I'm already financially in a position where I can walk away. Because as Denzel said and C. Styles said and y'all said, once you sign the ambiguous contract, that's why they put the fine print, right? Even with a contract with your doctor or your pharmacist, when you get the medication, you don't know the fine print. You just take it.
That's right, them side
Okay?
effects.
And once you take it in the side effects, then we say contract side effects. That's a new term, right?
Yep.
Once you take it at the end of the day, you've compromised already. So the goal, I believe, is to ensure that when you go into your entertainment field, whether it's your band, whether it's management, whether it's comedy, whether it's the military, is that before going into that you got your house in order.
Yep.
You know what you need, dare I say budget, how much you need to make to cover, and then if you are a business person, a 9-to-5 worker, your funds coming in will be allocated to that, and you do not have to compromise who you are for a role of pedophilia, putting a dress on. Because going back to Corey, and then we can go to a quick break, is when most people see that check, who are we to tell somebody that grew up in poverty, right, to not take $20 million when they know their mother robbed Peter and Paul to play Mary or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? You
I
hear
can't
that
argue
saying?
with that.
So we'll go to a quick break. When we come back, now we're going to build off how to generate the money and then how to manage it, because maybe the issue is we don't really know how to generate money.
So before you go to commercial, Hannibal,
Yes.
Just to show you how they trick you. So, Mac, you had surgery, right? And so in that surgery.
Well, damn, thank you. Okay,
No,
yeah.
you put it out there, I'm sorry. So the reason why it's hard to sue a pharmaceutical company, even if they bought surgery, because the term for pharmaceutical means poison. And so if you then try to sue them and they say to you, it's not our fault that you don't know the definition of pharmaceutical.
Exactly.
So you can't sue us. You signed for us to do the surgery, and if you get cancer, and if your gallbladder breaks down, you signed it. You might say, "Well, I didn't know it would cause cancer."
And you
They say,
sign that waiver before you have the surgery.
right? But if you fully understood that, we wouldn't go to the pharmaceutical company, because very few people know that pharmakia means poison.
I
And it's
understand.
so powerful, Denzel, because after the P, the next 4 letters is harm, HARM.
Excellent.
And the logo is a damn snake in something, so.
I know, but I'm saying that that's the way they trick you. So when you say that you won't do X, Y, Z, you won't do it willingly, but deception and trickery is how they get you to do those
That's
things.
right.
That's the point I'm making.
Yep.
That is the truth. I give you that. And just like the people don't even realize, doctors is the license for a doctor is just the license to practice medicine. You ain't supposed to be good all the time. You just practicing.
You're just practicing. In the words of Allen Iverson, we talking about practice. So look, we will go to a quick break. When we come back, we got the 10 for 2. Like, Rob, you ready? All right.
Got him.
You a dub. 10 for 2 segment is basically 2 minutes for $10. We'll be right back. Now you can get up, Mac, because we faded to Welcome back to the T-Box Show. We want to thank everyone for tuning in this beautiful Saturday morning. Thank you for the U Broadcast Media Studios, beautiful space, and Denzel, the proprietor. T-Box Show, as we know that we talked about money management today, overstanding the contract, overstanding what your boundaries are, and building streams of income. And the T-Box Show stands for the business of go-go. And I tell people the two favorite things I love is business and to share that and go-go. So today and going forward, we're going to continue to bring you talks and discussions on financial literacy, how to deal with your business as a whole, and then how you as entertainers and fans alike and listeners and viewers can to deal with that. I want to definitely first, before I pass it to Corey, as well as Mac, I want to thank Tony, Drinking with Tony, the bartender, for coming out. I want to thank Pluto, Big Rob, and also Lady Nicole for coming out, and also Robbie, the Queen, for coming out, being a part. Next week we have Shady Groove. We have a live entertainment, so come on out, tell a friend. And definitely, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pass it to Mac and let him share what he has going on for the week upcoming, as he never hesitates to do. And I got a story to tell to you, Miss Robbie, in regards to Mac, but I'll wait till we get offline. So go ahead, Mac. I'll keep it short and sweet, and then we're gonna pass it to Corey, and we're gonna go from there.
Well, once again, this your guy, Big Mac. First of all, I want to thank you all for coming out and signing in and checking the show out. It was a great show today, and once again, I'd like to also thank Drinking with Tony. I appreciate you coming out and getting me wasted, because I am a little bit tipsy. I'm a lightweight at this. I gotta admit that. I'm slurring my words, so now I'm concerned. But also, come check me out at Jokes and Jazz on 450. Shout out to my guy, Life and Lenny. He does the show here on Tuesdays, Kicks and Giggles. And my show is actually coming up in a couple of weeks, the Return of the Mac show. And it's here. And it'll be my homage to Johnny Carson. Y'all check that out. We're gonna have a great time, and I hope to see a lot of y'all there.
Who's your Ed McMahon?
Who is that would be you, Hannibal. You would be my Egg McMahon, my Egg McMuffin. That would be you. That's not bad. That was actually McDonald's favorite.
I won't sign that contract.
At least left the sausage out there.
You need to say pause, sir.
No Diddy.
Oh, I didn't know we had one of Diddy's second cousins here. We should acknowledge that.
We didn't get a chance to find out how the party was.
Yeah.
Maybe the next time you come.
So thank you, Mike. I appreciate you as always. Corey, as always, brother, thank you. Now, what I would like to do, we're gonna find a way to, because I saw your little food review pizza, and I think you're the reason why I posted people out here eating ox ass and talking about it, because you were talking about oxtails.
Tried it. If you didn't have the oxtail pizza at today's Pieces on 12th Street, I'm stamping it. That oxtail pizza.
Call it ox ass pizza.
Oxtails, they got the good cheese on that thing. Fire.
I don't know.
But now let me get back. I'm Corey Chris, comedian extraordinaire, man. You guys can check me out every first and second Thursdays. I'm at Tacoma Station. I host my comedy series, my comedy series. And also, we have karaoke there as well. If you want to sing a song, your favorite song, you can do that as well. Doors open up at 7:30. Also, we added another show this month because it's an extra week in August. It's 5 weeks in there, but I'm actually going to be sharing the stage with Lady Nicole on the 29th. It's going to be the open comedy series / show for H.D. Woodson fundraiser, and that show actually tickets will be on sale for that show. You can get with Lady Nicole. I think the tickets is $25 in advance and $30 at the door. You can get with Lady Nicole, follow her on social medias for information about tickets. But yeah, we will have a nice lineup. Some of the best comics in Diva will come out. Hopefully, maybe I can shoot a sweet talk. I can get Mac to come out. So,
You sure you want to do that?
you know what, Mac?
I did pretty good the last time I was there.
Well, no, you did good at yours. Last one there, you was fluke-footed a little bit. You let me outdo you.
But
I don't never know you to outdo me. And if
that's not
so,
what the judges said that day.
they did not say you outdid me, or at least they didn't say it up on stage.
Well, I'll say this, then I just say we all have good nights, we all have bad nights.
I don't
But-
consider it a bad night. It was a
Well,
structured
it was-
night.
But your night, the Friday was the best one though.
Okay.
Really good. That
I
was a
mean,
great night.
everybody has nights that are better. I mean, that's the purpose of doing it.
That is true. That is true. Like my night last Wednesday was terrible. Oh my gosh.
Okay,
Nobody saw it.
Okay.
Mac, don't take it personally.
How can I not?
No.
How can I not?
This is the reason why,
I mean-
before we close out, the reason why is because you have exhibited the ability to be very critical of new comics. And if you do not want them to take it personal while they grow, then you also cannot take it personal.
And you know what? You're right. You're right.
when it
You're right.
comes
You're
back to
absolutely
you.
right.
That's
Have at
all
it.
I'm saying.
You're absolutely right.
And you
I
know I know
apologize.
your PO too. So without further ado, hey Black Rob, hold that 10 for 2 for next Saturday. Definitely got you in. I appreciate you. Love you to life. And again, Denzel, thank you for the production, the one-man production show. I appreciate you. Much love as always.
That's right. Shout out to Denzel.
And we're out, man. Enjoy the rest of your day. Have a great rest of the day on purpose and with passion. Love somebody, hug somebody, respect somebody, and more importantly, hold yourself accountable for that which you know is true. The T-Box Show, over and out. We love you to life. We gone.
Bring a friend, tell a friend.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
you.